Foodie gardeners, mabuhay! Kumusta po? My name is Nacelle and welcome to Soul and Garden. For today's episode, let me introduce to you one of my most favorite anthuriums, which is red Stalk Rainforest Anthurium. And this plant here is already flowering, but I am not going to wait for this flower to open up before I'm going to repot this. Yes, that's what we're going to be doing for today's video, to repot this anthurium because the pot is already root bound and also some of the roots are already coming out of the pot. And also I'm going to share to you some of the care tips for this beautiful and glossy anthurium. But before that, let me say thank you to my amazing subscribers. Thank you very much guys for your support and I really appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing to see more videos like this. Before repotting these plants, there is also one thing that I need to correct on this plant. And as you can see here, one leaf is growing through the tear in one of the leaves. And it's because there was a low pressure that happened months ago and I was not able to check on this plant. And what happened was this leaf here, the stalk of this leaf here was broken in two, causing the leaf to fold forward. And when it folded forward, it just so happened that it also had a tear. And when the new leaf sprouted, it grew right through the tear of this leaf. That is why this is what happened to this plant. And now I'm going to pull it off, and I will just try if I can do it without tearing the whole leaf in full. Let me just do this so slowly, and I don't know if I can make it because this another leaf here is already a bit bigger than the tear itself. And yeah, I can't make it. The tear was completely torn off. But still, I believe that the damage of this leaf here could not affect the growth of this plant. Now let's get the work done. The potting mix that I'm using here includes rice hull, garden soil, compost, and a bit of sand. And we have to ensure that our potting mix is well drained and also it can make the soil moist always and not soggy. Look at the roots here, they're already very compact and full. And this is really one of the reasons why this plant hasn't grown that big, because it's already root bound. And in order for our anthurium to really get bigger is to give it a bigger pot so that the roots will have enough room to grow on. For the light requirement, do not expose this rainforest anthurium to bright and direct light because it will really scorch its leaves. As much as possible, place it in a location where there is a bright and direct light. And also, anthuriums can tolerate low light, so they are also great plants for indoors. For the water requirement, make sure that the soil is always moist, and if the top of the soil is starting to get dry, then that's the time that you have to water the plant. Another important thing that you need to consider for your tropical plants like this rainforest anthurium is humidity. Anthuriums really love a high level of humidity. That's how they thrive, that's how they grow, that's how they become healthy. And that's how we avoid having that yellowing of the tips of our plants. In order to do that, you can use a humidifier or you can spritz the leaves of this plant more often. Or also you can use a pebble tray with water. And one last thing, fertilizer. Yes. Rainforest anthurium loves fertilizer to make its leaves bigger and also to maintain the glossiness of the leaves. And what I am giving to this plant are sometimes egg water and at other times monosodium glutamate. If you still don't know how to use those natural fertilizers, then you may want to check out my next video upload where I will be talking about the natural fertilizers that I give to my house plants and also to my outdoor plants. Also, if you're wondering what I give to this anthurium plant to maintain the glossiness of its leaves, well, my answer is I did not do anything. Yes, that is one of the beauty of rainforest anthurium. Their leaves are naturally glossy. Oh, before I forget, I fertilize this plant once a month. Yes, that is my schedule. Other gardeners give fertilizer to their plants at least once a week, but for me, my rule of thumb is at least once a month. So I guess I have covered it all, and if there is something that I miss, kindly leave your comments on the comment section down below. And also if there are some care tips that you know that I don't know, then also kindly share your knowledge down below. So I hope that you learned something from our episode for today, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up so that more people will be able to watch this video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, kindly consider subscribing to see more videos like this. Thank you very much guys for keeping me company, and I'll see you next. Happy gardening!